Security at Parliament had ahead of State of the Nation address, and Eastern Cape Education will respect court judgment to reinstate teachers. I'm Lebo Changela with this news update. Security at Parliament is extremely tight as everyone is gearing up for the State of the Nation address tonight. President Jacob Zuma is expected to deliver his speech at 7 o'clock this evening. Meanwhile, Parliament staff are putting the final touches to the precinct. For the first time this year, there's a security corridor through which guests will have to move. Some of the normal entrances are also closed and others are dedicated to the media. Eastern Cape Education MEC Mandla Makapula says his department will respect the court judgment to reinstate teachers despite the budget challenges. Makapula is expected to release a circular to effect the reinstatement of temporary teachers tomorrow. The reinstatement of teachers was one of the teachers' union SATU's key demands since their go slow started 4 weeks ago. This follows yesterday's settlement between COSATU and the Eastern Cape government, which could see schooling return to normal. Makapula explains.
I've been complaining that you can't simply terminate temporary educators when in actual fact the court judges themselves would have indicated to that effect. However, what we've been doing was to try and indicate to court after each judgment that we have a problem with temporary educators because they are not budgeted for.
Despite business confidence plummeting to its lowest level in 20 months, the insurance industry is optimistic about its prospects of growth. The CIB Broker Confident Index has jumped a substantial 6% to 62%. Divisional Director at CIB, John Smith, says it's critical for brokers to comply with new legislation to stay in business.
We need to make sure that all the brokers in the short-term insurance industry are accredited and actually can give the client the correct advice. There's a new legislation that's been passed at the beginning of the year, actually, which are the binder regulations, which are pretty much limiting fees, etc., that a broker actually earns from an insurer. And this will have a big effect on the industry because often you're finding brokers in the industry that aren't justifying the fees that they are being paid by insurers that ultimately affect the customer. And I think it will definitely affect the industry in a big way with regards to transparency.
And analysts and market experts say that Nedbank and Standard Bank are profiting from European rivals' distress by boosting loans for mining and oil. Standard Bank Global Head of Mining and Metals, Rajat Kondi, says that the bank may increase loans from last year's already strong level of more than 8 billion rand. Joint mining head Peter van Eckerhoven says that Nedbank Capital may double oil and gas lending and seeks to offer about 4 billion rand for mining and oil. He says that in essence, the local banks stepped into a bit of a gap in the market that's been left by European banks. Europe's lenders are struggling as the regional debt crisis enters its third year.